Welcome, 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 everyone. Thanks so much for coming out this evening for what will be a phenomenal and hopefully hysterical BrisScience Science Comedy Spectacular. Give it up, yeah. First of all, I'd just like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land we're meeting here tonight and pay my respect to their ancestors and their descendants. And just a heads up that tonight's event goes a little bit longer, it goes to 8 p.m, but never fear, we still feed and water you after the event, so that's exciting. Laughing makes you very hungry. And last piece of housekeeping, if you could put your phone on silent, that would be wonderful. And if you don't, you'll be the butt of the joke. You've been warned. You've probably already realised that I'm not the witty, charming, and quite beautiful Dr. Joel Gilmore. So sorry about that. But never fear, he's out in a second. Some of you might have seen him wandering about already. My name's Dominic Jarvis. I'm one of the organisers here of BrisScience, and I'm here to say a massive thank you for coming to all of our events this year. So give yourself a round of applause. That's wonderful. In 2024, you've helped us track down some of Australia's most elusive birds. We've explored quantum mechanics, exotic animal medicine, food production, computational chemistry, and it's really exciting that we have so much great science happening in our own backyard here in Brisbane. We're coming back in 2025 and hope to see you then, so get on our mailing list if you're not already on it. But without further ado, I think we should get into it. This time every year, Joel makes me his warm-up guy, and it makes me incredibly nervous. So I need you to help me out a little. That would be fantastic. So to get us started, I'd like you to give us just a little bit of applause. So the kind of applause you'd get for a really bad karaoke performance. Can you give me that? Little smattering? That's pretty good, okay. Now we're gonna really ramp up next. Could you give me a moderate amount of applause? Let's say if we're saying there's free champagne at the end of this event. Let's hear it. Oh. Quite the jump there. There is no free champagne, I'm really sorry. The apple juice is delicious, I tell you that much. And now let's really ramp it up. Let's get raucous and welcome the wonderful Dr. Joel Gilmore.
Welcome. Yes, how are we all? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Such powerful hands. Good evening and welcome to the special BrisScience, where we take a lighter story at the top stories of 2024 and some of the quirkier ones too. Let's start with our morning coffee. Researchers Well, we're just going to wing it. Research, hey, here we go. Researchers from the University of Queensland and UNSW have developed a new way of brewing coffee using high-pitched ultrasound. They were inspired by their PhDs, which involve lots of both coffee and high-pitched screaming. The natural combination. UNSW says they can speed up cold brewing of coffee from 24 hours to under 3 minutes by using high-frequency sound waves to vibrate the beans and release flavour and caffeine. Although peer-reviewed show they were just ordinary sound waves, as experienced by someone who drank way too much coffee. Eventually, the new technology could even be incorporated into home machines, with the new brew characterised by low bitterness, high flavour, and extreme wankiness. The flavour ratings were provided by UQ's Queensland Alliance for Agriculture and Food Innovation, or QAFI. Meaning any sensible marketing department will have to sell this as Quaffy Coffee. We can also announce tonight UQ's next project will be for the world's best boiled lolly, the Coffee Toffee. And then the world's lightest milkshake, the Coffee Frothy. Okay, this has been a year of highs and lows for science. On the plus side, 5 children born with inherited genetic deafness received a gene therapy that has allowed them to hear, using 2 specially designed viruses, each delivering half of a corrected copy of the faulty gene to the inner ear, where they produced a working protein that allowed the children to now hear unaided. Right. Even better, the children received a COVID vaccine at the same time, meaning they can now not only hear, they can pick up 5G as well. But it's not all good news this year. This year saw extreme weather around the world, including Hurricane Milton, the 5th strongest hurricane on record, striking the USA. Very quickly, some fringe conspiracy theorists, such as twice-elected US Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, said that the hurricane was not natural and, in fact, was engineered by a shadow cabal inside the US government. Yes, of course it's not natural. It's climate change. And the shadowy cabal is BP, Exxon, and Shell. This is not news. Climate science says that hurricanes won't become more frequent, but they will become stronger. For Hurricane Milton, it was fed with incredible amounts of energy from record ocean temperatures that themselves followed 15 months of record-breaking planetary temperatures. Yeah, not laughing now, are you? Unfortunately, suggestions that Australia should further reduce our emissions have been met with an ironically lukewarm response. We actually have a candid photo of the moment that billionaire Gina Rinehart heard the news. Horrifying. And while Gina was trying to get her portrait permanently destroyed, her company said that higher emissions might just be a price we have to pay. Not her, though, obviously, but poor people and Pacific Islanders. Okay, let's move on to something a little bit more chipper. AI. A new study from University of California, San Diego, has found that ChatGPT can pass as a human in 54% of 5-minute conversations. ChatGPT had to convince human volunteers that they were a human through natural, convincing conversation, like promising not to kill the human in the robot uprising. Of course, arguably more concerning for this study is that 33% of human control subjects were mistaken for robots. Though to be fair, if you've ever tried reading the comments section on YouTube, I couldn't tell you either. Couldn't tell you. Whichever way you look at it, this doesn't look great for humanity. And AI continues to improve, acing exams on everything from maths, computer science, regular science, and even art. The researchers say they're not quite sure how they feel about this, but they will ask ChatGPT when they get home. In another shocking finding, think tank Clearer Thinking has found that astrology is no better than random chance. Who knew? We actually have a candid photo of the moment that Gina Rinehart heard the news. Shocking. 152 astrologers were asked to match a person's star chart to their personality profile. All astrologers thought they would do well. However, compared to just random guessing, none did better than chance. The astrologers have, of course, disputed this result, saying the researcher was a Taurus, so of course he'd be skeptical. I hate myself a little bit for that one. Following this successful experiment, scientists are planning a range of new projects to confirm whether water is wet, whether gravity points down, and whether climate change is real. Despite this finding, and many, many, many previous studies, most major newspapers still carry an astrology column. Although for the Courier Mail, it's actually the most factually accurate part of the paper. Okay, we know what you like now. This is good. Finally, scientists have succeeded in training a blob of hydrogel or jelly to play the computer game Pong by making it respond to electrical stimuli and moving a paddle on a computer screen. Scientists acknowledge that jelly Pong is slow-paced and unexciting, but it's still better than the previous version that played cricket. Ooh, a lot of cricket fans here, all right. This is an example of soft robotics that might someday be involved in gentle fruit picking or human body applications. And with their success in teaching a blob of jelly to play tennis, scientists are confident with just a little more work, they'll be able to have a blob of jelly representing Australia in breakdancing at the next Olympics. And on that note, please welcome on our panel. Come on out, panel. How are we all this evening? We're good, amazing. We have an incredible evening as our panel battles wits and wittiness to uncover the big stories of the year. Let's start on my right here. Tonight, we have a data scientist dedicated to helping make agricultural research more efficient through really good tools. Here's the teammate you can count on, Michael Morgan. Next up is a paleontologist specialising in dinosaur footprints, meaning he has some very big shoes to fill. He's more than up for the task, though. It's Dr. Anthony Ramilio. And rounding out the team is a television presenter for Landline and Move Into Country on the ABC. It's award-winning journalist Helena Bachovsky. And tonight, that dynamic trio are facing off against a specialist in avian and exotic pet medicine who is high on the pecking order. Please welcome back to BrisScience, Professor Bob Donnelly.
Thank you.
Beside him is a doctoral researcher in immunology and stress. She is an expert on inflammatory responses, so the other team better start being polite. Please welcome Kirsten Kenny. And finally, once again, he is science podcaster with Smart Enough to Know Better, actor and writer with Act React, and he is the strong nuclear force that holds our show together and occasionally blows it apart. Dan Beeston! Are we all ready to just get into things?
I just realised I'm the only person who has no science background whatsoever. So I'm feeling great. It's excellent.
But you know a little bit about everything.
I know a little bit about a few things, yeah.
That's the spirit. I promise you, no one tonight's really going to have a leg up on these questions. It's been a long 12 months of finding the really good stories. Let's get into it. Our first game is called Mandatory Sentencing. And our teams have to uncover the sentence that was a headline this year. One word at a time. Would you like to have first crack?
Sure.
Yeah.
Great, it was rhetorical.
Yep. It's a yes and kind of thing, isn't it?
That's right. Your clue is avian psychology.
Oh.
That's me.
Yeah, we thought we'd better not give this one to Bob. All right, your first word is magpies.
I imagine this is something to do with magpie breeding season swooping in. Why are they so territorial?
No.
Avian psychology. And it's not about facial recognition and how the magpies know and understand the people that feed and look after them.
No, but that is a thing, right? Isn't it?
Yeah,
Magpies
yeah.
Yeah.
I never get attacked. My partner gets attacked all the time. She's in the audience.
Is that something you've set up? You know, like you feed them
Look,
good
I
food?
mean...
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. No.
All right, would you like another word?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay, for 7 points. Who?
Who indeed?
Nothing?
Magpies
you want-
who... No, let's have a think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
we
got
can
all
do
night,
this.
there's no rush.
Oh, great.
Okay, great. Magpies who...
It's not an AFL thing, is it?
Oh, that would have been brilliant.
I told you I'm not science. I'm not sport either, but...
I feel like I've lost an opportunity, but next year...
Magpies who didn't win the cup. No. Okay.
I'm going to give you one more.
Yep.
Do one more. Help us out here, people, if you know.
Don't help them out.
Oh, no, don't help us out. Don't. No,
You're not
we've got
getting
this.
any
We've got this.
points.
Magpies who bully...
I mean, because I know that the minor birds bully the magpies.
So we're talking about magpies bullying other species of birds?
Or or other magpies.
Oh,
Oh.
Yeah.
look at that. There's a bonus point right there.
Go the non-side.
What's the dumb answer? Oh, I've got it.
We never said this was a highbrow show, folks. Feel free to ask for your money back on the way out.
Sorry.
Little jokes, the ticket. All right. Any ideas on the rest of this?
I thought that was the answer.
It's not quite a complete
Okay.
sentence, is it?
Magpies who...
I mean, if you're a journalist, you'd just go with that, I think.
Especially with the budget cuts
Yeah,
lately.
exactly.
ABC's our last bastion of good grammar here.
Then you have to click on the article in order to find out what it's about.
It's all
That's what it's
clickbait,
about.
yeah.
Who do they bully? We go to 4 points.
Yeah.
Are likely to have had troublesome childhoods.
Probably by other bullies.
Like, not exactly, but you're on the right sort of track.
Yeah. Well, it's avian psychology, right?
Right.
Are likely to be alone.
No, but again, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of maybes.
Yeah. Think about. Okay. Think about, like, human bullies. What's your stereotypes or?
Mullets. They're likely to have a mullet.
Check.
That's it.
Are these like the jock magpies?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So magpies who bully other magpies are likely to get the ladies?
Look, I mean,
In the bird sense?
statistically, yes. But what's the other characteristic? You've got a jock. It's a big.
Oh.
Oh. They're likely to be bigger, musclier?
Yeah, and
Drive a black ute.
You're going back to AFL, aren't you?
they're likely to be.
Jerks.
We're so close. Less.
Friendly.
No, but yes.
I mean, that's a fact. It's right there.
Are they less intelligent?
He's got it!
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Wow.
Spot on. I'm going to give you 4 points on that because you were so close. There you go.
I like this guy.
I'm nothing if not kind.
Pity
to start
points.
with. Yes, magpies who bully other magpies are likely to be less intelligent. According to the study, aggressive behaviours in magpies could look like fighting, chasing, and posting angry comments to Twitter. Less aggressive magpies need to find alternative ways to access food when bullies are around, which drives innovation, the need to pick up on social cues, and apparently greater levels of intelligence. Scientists say similar trends are observed in humans, where social pressures on young nerds with no friends leads them to hosting science comedy shows. All right, So you've scored 5 points there with your bonus point. Yes,
I'm wondering if there's a chance of getting a bonus point, because I see that this is about West Australian magpies, but the photo is actually of magpies that are not from West Australia. So we're expecting that magpies from Western Australia, even in southern eastern Australia, to have more white on the backs of them.
Oh,
Bob said yes.
These are Queensland magpies.
These are Queensland magpies.
Yeah, right. It's a really tricky one for me because on the one hand, apparently you're right. On the other hand, who's the one who's holding the pen with all the points?
Yeah.
Really torn. But, all right, look, give her a bonus point. All right. Let's go over here. You ready for your clue? Disturbing biology. The first word is odd.
I mean, there's a lot of things that are quite odd in, well, actually, lots of things are even in biology. Like, we've got 2 hands and 2 feet, and, like, lots of things are even. The odd things tend to be sort of a little bit less common. Like the heart. You've only got 1 heart, but you've got 2 lungs, and so you've got a heart over here, but it pushes that lung down. So this lung's like tall and thin, and this lung's like short and fat. They don't tell you that at school because it'll freak you out.
No, you just didn't need to know.
Well, I'm certainly not going to be sleeping tonight. But that isn't the answer in this specific case here. Do you want to have another word? It's again rhetorical. Odd bump.
Odd bump. Pregnancy.
I'm going to let you dig your own grave there, Bob. Let's do another one.
Odd bump on praying mantis.
Oh, there's our bonus point there.
Maybe it is still pregnancy then, because praying mantis, praying manti, praying's mantis, they have all sorts of weird physiology when they're giving birth, don't they?
They do. There was a story recently about odd bumps on their heads, on the head of praying mantis while they're mating.
Not in this case, although I'm sure that is true. There's an odd bump somewhere else.
Ladies.
I'm not going to dig that.
Walked right into that one. All right, let's give you another word.
Odd bump on praying mantis, yes.
Is it the praying mantis that the female decapitates the male? Is that the one?
Look, it may be, but that's not what we're going for this time.
If it provides milk, we have to rewrite a whole bunch of things.
It's not milk, but sort of... Let's go one more word. Actually, 2 more words, bonus.
It's heart?
Sorry?
It's heart? It's heart?
Actually, heart, no, but you're on the right kind of track.
Lungs, bile duct, kidneys, liver, bum,
A gland.
Yeah, Dan's...
brain.
No, but you're getting warmer.
Wait. I'm
Do
getting
you know
warm
how
with the
many body
brain?
parts there are? I just need to know whether we need to delay catering tonight.
But I think I've gone through all of them. Well, obviously I haven't.
You want to want one more word? Probably not a helpful word, actually. I'd go back to running through various body parts if I were you. This is a particular type of praying mantis that lies on leaves. It's a species that sort of sits flat on leaves with its chest pressed up against the leaves.
World's biggest nipple. No, I did nipples before, didn't I? No, that's right. Mammals.
What might you want to do if you're a weird bug that likes to press up against leaves? What might you want to do?
Glue yourself.
Eat them?
It's the world's smallest super glue.
No.
Eat them, cut them up, and take them back to your nest. Make a nest?
No.
Silk? Silk doesn't come from a praying mantis. What are you doing, Dan?
Come on, it's right on the tip of your tongue.
It's right on the tip of your tongue because you wrote it.
It's not, it's the tongue! Hey! There we go.
There you go.
There you go, you get 2 extra points for that. We just had to. Yes, a new leaf-sensing organ has been discovered in praying mantises, which is a weird bump that is actually a tongue. Here you can see the tongue there. It's a hairy bump. Let's zoom in. So this is a leaf pressing mantis, and it is actually found partially in Australia. And scientists did careful imaging of the so-called gustifolium, as they've named it, and imaged that when it exposed to different chemicals on the leaves, it triggered different nerve reactions inside the bump. So there's actually a tongue that they use for tasting.
It'd be easy to be a praying mantis doctor. You just get the paddle pop stick and just go, easy.
But if you've got to pick up the praying mantis first, all right, so at the end of mandatory sentencing, 6 points, 3 points, give her a round of applause.
Hey.
This means it's time for a bonus round. First team to tell me what this is an image of or about gets 2 points. Ready? Here we go.
It's a map.
Yes?
Nailed it.
Dig a little deeper.
It's a heat map.
Sorry.
It's a heat map.
Yeah, heat map.
West Nile virus in the United States.
I hope not. There's one person who's infected and they're just making a line.
Is it instances of Google searches asking, why do my eyes hurt?
No, but you are on the right track. What might else this be?
So this is obviously the path of the more recent sun goes out. Sun goes out. That's the one, eclipse. The most recent eclipse. So this is, and I'm guessing this is maybe population centres along the way.
Yes, it is related to that. Something.
It's not like a eye doctor's along the same thing that Dan was saying. Is that it's not a.
No, it's not doctors.
It's not
but
doctors?
It is from an online service.
Oh.
The most photos from this eclipse night?
No, but you're on the right sort of track.
Is this one of those weird stats that comes off like Pornhub or something? About like things like becoming very popular and then stopping not being very popular and becoming no?
No.
Because
No, not. But
well, that's shone the
This is-
spotlight
this is-
on me, hasn't it?
this is the path of the eclipse. Everyone was gathering at this on this path, and there was an interesting way that somebody measured just how popular this path was. Anyone from the audience want to take a crack?
Airbnb bookings.
2 points to Dr. Professor White. I want to point out the audience is coming third, but not by much.
I can't believe I didn't get that right because we went for the previous one and we had an Airbnb booked and they cancelled the week before we got there because they suddenly realised they could make a lot more money and we had to sleep in a tent.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
Well, now you know why this is Airbnb bookings on the night before, percentage of Airbnb sites booked out. You can see there was a place to be. All right, let's get on to, and it's time to get to know some of our panel a little bit. Should we start with Anthony?
Yes,
we're going to have a game of 2 truths, 1 lie. Anthony's going to give us 3 statements. You're going to have about 3 minutes to interrogate him and try and decide which one is the lie and which 2 were the truth. Would you like to take it away, Anthony?
Yeah, absolutely. I forgot what the statements might be, but let's just rock and roll.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want me to give them to you? or-
Yes, please.
All right, just give me a moment here.
No, I can wing it. I know what the truths are. So one of the truths is that I once told Guinness Book of Records that they were wrong. Another truth. Oh, thank you so much.
That one's the lie.
I know the number pi to 30 decimal places.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
True.
Thank you very much. That's absolutely true. And the other truth...
Picked up a stereotype and she's running with it.
Okay, and the third truth, rather, is that when I go out to schools, I have a project where I have 3D printed skulls of dinosaurs, and I demonstrate what their vocal sounds were like.
All right, team. So you've got dino skulls, pi to 30 places.
I have so many questions.
Well, my first question is, so you know pi to 30 places, so, all right, give us the first 4.
Yes, I can do that.
You just said you could do that.
Of course I can. But it's like if I say that my truth is, having a dinosaur skull for the school. I need to bring a photo of that to prove that. Or the other truth was, bringing the email to Guinness Book of Records. So I can give you the first 3 numbers, and that is 3.14. I'm pretty certain of that.
That was a high-risk gamble there, but he thinks he's pulled it off.
I
think
probably
I've done
set
it.
the bar a bit low there, didn't I?
Yeah, that's on you.
What did you dispute with the Guinness World Records?
I disputed one of the dinosaur fossils that they claimed as the world's smallest dinosaur based on dinosaur footprints.
And were you right?
The fact was not so much that it was actually the correct thing that it was the smallest dinosaur based on footprints. It was a footprint that was only 1 centimetre in length. And the way that we estimate the size of the animals is that we multiply the length by the number 4 to give an estimate of its size, its leg size. So this was made by a velociraptor type of dinosaur that, 1 centimetre feet, it only had legs about 4 centimetres in height. So it's a dinosaur you could hold in your hand.
How do you know
it's
it
very,
just
very
doesn't
cute.
have
It's
big
very cute.
feet?
So again?
How do you know it just doesn't have big feet? Like a little tiny
No,
dinosaur,
tiny-
big clown feet.
No, it was tiny feet, tiny feet. So I wasn't disputing that. We had a huge media campaign through UQ, but since UQ promotes their scientists, the outlook was that, oh, look, Dr. Emilio was doing this research kind of thing. But this was based in South Korea. And so with the Guinness Book of Records, they said I led the research, but I did not. So I sent them an email and said, sorry, guys, I promoted it. It was part of our research, but I did not lead the research. It's believable.
Do you have any more questions you need to interrogate here?
Bob, I keep coming back to pi.
We can tell.
3.14. Yes, you can tell.
Okay, yeah, look, I think it's a valid
My
point.
favourite shop is the Mulaney Pie Shop.
Yes, there's a picture of me in the front, No, look, the reason why I decided to, learn the number pi, as anyone does, as an educator, you want to find innovative ways to learn things. And because, we remember songs. It's a lot easier to remember things if it's in the form of a song. And so there's these new AI text-to-song programs that are out there online. And so I thought, okay, I'll try this out. And why not try something as useless to me as the number pi? And so I began writing lyrics to remember pi to 10 decimal places, to 20 decimal places, to 30 decimal places, to 50 decimal places. And that's how I remember it.
So paleontologists obviously have a lot of time on their hands. They're just sitting there.
We are all about time.
Not geologically. Like it's all going by in the blink of an eye, geologically. And what's the third one again?
Sounds.
Dinosaur
So
skulls
sounds.
and food production.
Sounds in schools.
So do you use a prop for this, or do you just do it with your voice? Au natural.
It is a 3D printed skull. Does anyone know the dinosaur Parasaurolophus? Okay, excellent, excellent. So you may know that these belong to a group of dinosaurs called hadrosaurs. They've got these immense crests. These are bony crests, but inside, it's an extension of the nasal cavity. So Parasaurolophus, they have a skull that's about 6 feet in length. It's kind of like this giant trombone kind of thing that goes, sweeps back, comes forward. Now, I do not print the 6-foot skull. It's a miniature form. But what I do as well, I have attachments, I guess, inside where I connect a plastic corrugated pipe. And so with the gimmick...
Are you constructing a bong?
it does kind of look like that, yes. But look, it's a miniature version of this 6-foot length skull. And so I demonstrate to the students, blowing through that.
Still not convincing.
Does it have tiny little feet?
That's a different research project.
And
no,
how
look, this is just the skull.
And how confident are you that that sound is what that animal sounded like?
I'm not confident at all, because having a miniature skull of something that's shrunk down from a 6-foot size skull, you'd expect something to have a lot more deeper resonance, whereas having a smaller skull, it's a higher pitch. So what I do after that is, I tell the students, it's shrunk down, it's a higher pitch. So I get corrugated piping. And so we have an event that's outside of the school. So when we're outside the class, where I have that same piping, a little bit thicker, about 2.5 centimetres, and 6 foot in length, and then I whip that around. And it's very dramatic.
And anyone who complains, they shut up nice and quick.
That's it. That's why we don't do it in.
What are we thinking?
I'm thinking he's getting his truths and his lies mixed up, and he's blending them all together.
Diabolical. This lies have an element of truth. Are you going with the Guinness World Record, the pie, or the school sound as the lie?
I like the skull sound myself.
The lie?
Hang on, the 2 truths and a lie?
Yeah, 2 truths.
Oh, then I've been playing this right.
Kirsten, do you want to take a crack?
I'm not convinced by the pie, to be honest. I changed my mind from earlier. I was very strong on saying truth, but I'm going to say that's a lie.
Pie is lie?
Pie is lie.
Well, knowing what you do at UQ Gatton, making models, I have no doubt at all about the dinosaur skulls being true. But I come back to you singing.
All right, sounds like
30 lyrics. No. Pie is a lie.
Pie is a lie. All right, Dr. Anthony, would you like to reveal which was the truth and which was the lie?
Okay, so I do know pi to 50 decimal places. So 3.14159265897932384626433383279 502-884-1971 6939937
Do we have a fact checker?
Yeah.
Is there anybody here who knows if he's right?
This whole evening is being recorded, will be on YouTube next week, and I expect every one of you.
And look, if you go to my YouTube channel called Pie Jam, yes, I did ask ChatGPT to come up with that name. I do have 2 of those songs up there for you to learn. So Pie Jam, you'll be one of 6 views of the video. So immensely popular. Okay, the lie that I had was I do not print 3D skulls to make those vocalised sounds.
Give it up for our amazing storyteller.
You're a very good liar.
All right, Kirsten, you've come prepared. Bonus point for coming prepared there. And 5 points to our liar over here. Nicely done. All right. Take it away.
All right. I knew I would forget, so I wrote it on a post-it note. Okay, number 1, my lab was once destroyed by a flood from the floor above. Number 2, I once accidentally made chlorine gas and the whole floor had to be evacuated. And number 3, I have an extra organ.
What's the extra organ?
It's a tongue, just on her chest.
Good for eating leaves.
I have an extra kidney.
Oh, wow. How did you find
I'm going
that?
to write that down for later.
There's a market for those.
I know. A lot of my friends have tried to coin me into that one. So it's genetic. All of the females on my mum's side have an extra kidney. But nature really balanced it out for me. I had an extra kidney, but then I got scoliosis. So.
Oh, good. Yeah. Phew.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Good, yeah, all good.
And what about who was above you? Who was it that was residing in the lab above you?
So fortunately, it wasn't the chemistry floor, because that would have been a big problem. A pipe burst on the floor above. I'm on level 5, so it was level 6. And then the water seeped all the way down, came through the ceiling, flooded everything. Electricity was lost to the whole floor.
So it wasn't the people above, it was internal workings?
It was a 3 a.m. broken pipe, yeah.
Oh, really?
Which building is this?
I don't know if I should say that
Okay,
part.
let's not say that.
It's being recorded as we...
Because I may not say that I may or may not have had lots of experience at where I work of similar events.
Could be same pipe work.
Could be the same pub at 3 o'clock in the morning, yes.
And then what's the chemical that you may or may not have,
Yeah.
or that you did?
Chlorine gas.
Yeah, right, okay. And
It's
what?
really easy to make. I
Yeah.
can give you the recipe.
How do you make it?
Are you making a
Please do.
if all the children could just cover their ears. Michael wants to know the secret of...
Please tell me.
So you know when you normally do like a DNA extraction or something, you get these ready-made kits. Qiagen is terrific for that. Normally, you're meant to put them in correct waste disposal containers. That is specifically made for that. But it was a really late day, and I decided to add it to a bleach container where we normally disinfect all of our cell culture samples. So bleach, and then some of the toxins contained in the kit is guanidine salts. When they're combined, you get a lovely chlorine gas.
And what happened once this occurred?
I just left and went to lunch.
There was no one else in there, or you just...
Yeah, so the
slipped
whole
out
floor had to
quietly?
be evacuated, and then we tried to find who did it. Still,
Were you
When
in
you
charge
say-
of that investigation?
The people who tried to find who did it, is that The Hague?
terrible investigators.
All right, so you've heard the stories. What are you thinking? Michael, where's your head at?
I don't know. They all sound pretty believable. But my first thought would be the chlorine gas. I think she just seems too professional to make such an amateur
Yeah, that was
mistake.
mine as well.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
No, I don't mean it in a nice way.
Good clarification. Yeah, I'm with the chlorine gas as well,
As being a lie?
as being
Yeah.
a lie, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I was going for kidney, but no, okay, let's go for gas.
Going for gas? Yeah. All right.
You are unfortunately correct.
All right. So yes, the chlorine gas was a lie, meaning that our team over here has jumped to a fairly significant lead, 17 points to 4.
So and we're beating the audience still too, right?
The audience is still on 2 points,
Right.
but I got great faith in
At this
their
stage.
abilities. But who knows what happens? There could be anything could happen. Give them both a great round of applause. Great storytellers. All right, it's now time for the game Serenade Me. What we're going to do is one team member from each team is going to listen to a sound of science from the year, and then they are going to have to reproduce this sound for their teammates. The teammates will then get to have multiple choice as to which story they think this is. So, Bob, would you like to go first?
No.
Right. Pop those on for me.
I think Bob should get a bonus point for going first.
That is an incredibly generous idea.
We don't
Give them
want your
pity
pity.
points.
I do.
Oh, well, so
All
don't want your
right, sorry. Yep, we do want your pity, apparently.
All right, are you ready?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to check the volume. You hear that? That's a yes.
Very faintly.
Oh, do you want a little bit louder?
It's obviously a
recorded
fart, isn't it?
Oh, well, that would be telling. So when you've heard enough, you can keep the headphones and you can keep listening or not. You can then take your microphone and try now reproduce that for your
So
teammates.
I have to imitate the noise.
Correct.
Oh no!
Has he started?
That's it.
That was actually really good.
I thought that was good.
That was amazing. All right, you can use those headphones now. All right, let's pause that. So you've heard the sound. Here are your multiple choice options. Was it A banging black hole, B, a chatty chimpanzee, C, a grumbly eruption, or D, a singing scientist? Which is technically true, but we're going to go more of an Inception style, 2 layers deep here.
Well, I mean, initially it does sound like some sort of primate making a guttural noise, but that's exactly what it was.
Me.
So I guess we've...
No points for pity, but that's a good line. 5 points, there you go.
We do need to, I guess, consider the other ones. I don't know why a scientist would be singing like that.
To learn pi.
Thank you.
He's been sniffing the chlorine gas.
Well, speaking of chlorine gas, there's definitely some sort of inferno happening there. So what did you say that was?
A grumbly eruption.
A grumbly eruption.
Well, the grumble would fit.
A grumble would fit. Definitely, like I've been to Yellowstone and some of the rocks can make some pretty crazy noises that you wouldn't expect them to. I mean, not just the rocks. But then we're just meat, so the noises, the air going past them. Yeah, you understand what I'm getting at there. Can we hear it again?
Yes, absolutely.
I don't think it's a rock.
I just want you all to remember that, because when you hear this sound in a moment, that is going to be absolutely incredible.
Look, so far as black holes, if there's one thing I know about space, it's that there's no sound in space. So I'm going to assume that if there is this noise, it's like radio waves being filtered through a human brain type thing, and it's not noise at all. It's electromagnetic radiation, and this is just it's just a complete. So that would be very disappointing.
It could be the voice of an astronaut being sucked into the black hole.
Just spaghettifying, going. No, I don't know whether that counts.
If anyone wants to go grab a coffee, we can.
Are those sandwiches here yet?
Kristen, what are you leaning towards here?
I mean, D seems most fitting appearance-wise as well. It's quite there. But I think the chimpanzee.
You go so right on the face of it, grunting primate. All right, we're going to go with the chimps.
You're going to go with the chimpanzee.
We're going with the chimpanzees.
We're all
This
aligned?
gets us back on the board, gives us the big points, and initiates our catch-up.
Let's see if they are right. They got it!
Hey!
It is a chimpanzee! 5 points. All right, yes. In trying to understand whether great apes, such as chimpanzees, can physically learn human speech, a new study of old footage suggests that chimps can say words such as mama, nearly as well as you did. Do you want to hear it? Here we go.
I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, here's the video so you can see. This is Johnny.
It was Bob, wasn't it?
Is this for Mama? Do you love your Mama? Do you love Mama? Here, sweetie. This is for you.
Yes, so volunteers were played recordings of 2 chimpanzees, Johnny and Renata, and they all agreed that the word being said was mama. And this shows that it's possible that the chimp brain is theoretically capable of coordinating the jaw and the throat to make speech. Although the science is inconclusive, and other scientists have suggested that these chimps might just have been trained to mimic natural grunting behaviours that sound like speech. A bit like a Broncos post-match interview. Okay, so we like cricket, but we don't like football. Got it. All right.
That's my kind of crowd.
Michael, are you ready?
Yes.
Can I ask a question before Michael? I noticed that Bob didn't attempt to answer any questions. Is Michael out of this because he hears the sound?
Yeah, look, I mean, you know...
Because if I'd heard that, I think, Bob, would you have gone for the
I was pretty sure
chimp?
it was a chimp right
Yeah.
from the start, so...
So it's just the two of us.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah, really, Richard's too. But of course, you know, Michael, if you sort of, you know...
I just wanted to know the rules,
like
man.
a presenter trying to get a video to appear on the screen, like...
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Oh, always.
Amazing. Here are your headphones. Pop those on, and I will play your sound.
Oh, ready. Bring it. He gets a chimp? Okay.
Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah. Let's.
Okay, there you go. Michael Norman, everybody!
I don't need to hear any more of that.
No, you don't.
Wow.
Good luck.
Like, I was
Would
thinking...
you like your multiple choice now, or do you need to hear that again?
I think I'd like to hear it again.
You'd like to hear it again?
Yeah, please.
Sorry.
Sorry, John, I can't see the hand signals. Got it now.
Wow.
Don't make me do it again.
Like, I'm thinking this may be like a Top Gun kind of, plane scenario, and the might be something like that. Let's see.
Well, here are your options. Is it a streak of lightning, a shriek of batwing, the sounds of Saturn, or perhaps some, paraphrasing of radio waves, given there's no sound in space, yada yada, Dan? Or the sounds of Santa?
I mean, I know the answer.
Or must be the North Pole?
Wow.
Lightning, batwing, Saturn, or Santa?
I feel like I have been unduly influenced by the hands, and the bat wings. Like that's kind of.
It did give a flying
Yeah,
feel,
it
didn't
did. It did. But that doesn't mean that's the answer. That's just I'm a visual person, and that hasn't helped. Anthony.
I can't see any movement to any... Okay, quadrant. Okay. Look, I know that you can get various, interpretive sound from, electromagnetic fields, like these northern lights. So I'm kind of thinking in that line as well.
Oh, okay, Santa.
Santa, yes.
I mean, I'd love it to be Santa.
love it to be Santa.
It seems like the season. Mariah Carey's recently been defrosted, so I just think that if we're going for the seasonal.
Why don't we go for seasonal?
Well, let's just go seasonal.
Yeah, like merry season.
Sorry, was there an answer?
Yeah, we're going the Northern Lights, Santa,
With
the North
Santa.
Pole.
You're going the Northern Lights, Santa, North Pole.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we see?
We're taking a wicked stab.
But that is what this game is all about.
Yeah, what's that?
Yeah. Out of curiosity, with the answer locked in, Michael, what do you think it is?
I think it's a storm. I think it is. Just.
So we didn't hear it properly. I think you did it.
Oh no, I think you did. I think you did.
You did an excellent job, Mark. I can't wait to hear it and compare.
Let's see, what was it? It was Saturn!
Oh.
It was Saturn!
Santa.
Oh. What you're actually hearing, this is one that we missed at a previous BrisScience, and I've wanted to come back to for ages. This is a recording from 2017 of plasma waves of charged particles moving between Saturn and its moon Enceladus. Enceladus? And these are radio waves, but sped up so the humans could hear them. Stop being so snarky, Dan. Let's have a listen, and again, this is just amazing. Have a listen.
Well, it's obvious now.
My hands! I can't control my hands!
Well done, Michael. I take it back.
Well done, Michael.
Michael Morgan, everybody!
Do you think Michael's effort was worth a couple of points?
Yeah, definitely.
So these were captured by spacecraft Cassini 2 weeks before it plunged into Saturn, presumably to avoid hearing more of these nightmarish sounds. So at the end of that round, the scores have closed. It is now 17 points over here and 10 points over here. Just one game between them.
The catch-up is starting.
All right.
We've got you just where we wanted you.
It's time for my favourite game. What could possibly go wrong? Our teams are going to be presented with a scenario. Then they need to tell us which of these 3 multiple choice outcomes actually happened. Who wants to go first? Which team?
We'll go first.
We will.
Oh, there you go.
All right, Helena's taken it. Let's go. This year at the Questacon Science Centre in Canberra, something didn't go quite to plan. What was it? Was it A, slime making workshop was abruptly ended after they mistakenly used hydrochloric acid instead of the much weaker boric acid with painful results?
It's an easy mistake to make.
Is it B, a software glitch in the earthquake simulation room caused a guest to lose a tooth?
I like that.
Or was it C, a child's hand caught fire when a spark from a plasma globe ignited their alcohol-based hand wash?
You really see that happening, couldn't you? Like, that's, bit savvy and all the way they go. Does anyone know the answer?
No, but I know that it wouldn't be B because software doesn't glitch out. Like, computer scientists are very, sturdy people.
Yeah. And how would you lose a tooth?
Exactly.
I mean, fantails, definitely.
More dangerous than the earthquake room.
Yeah. I want it to be A because that is fun.
Let's see.
Anthony?
Oh, look, I'm just hearing from the audience. C.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm thinking that with the plasma globe, they're all contained. So how do you get that spark actually, transferring across?
I don't know.
And
Musing.
yet, we do need an answer.
Yeah. Well, B's been ruled out. There's an answer.
B's been ruled out. Software doesn't glitch.
We
It does
trust
not.
in Michael.
Software doesn't
Michael
glitch.
Morgan's guaranteed. I like
Hand
that we've
on
got
heart.
2 potential superheroes here tonight, like Michael Morgan and Kirsten Kenny. Like, either of you could develop superpowers in the lab any day. Probably more likely to be you. Probably.
The extra kidney helps there.
Yeah, go drinking with her. You'll see what her superpower is.
All right, what are we going to go with? Is it A or C then?
Should we go slime?
I like slime. It's the funniest.
Yes.
Yes.
If it was
I like
real.
slime too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we got Santa wrong, so let's go.
You're going with slime? Locked in? Let's see. Does the audience want to have a crack?
Ah,
All
nuts.
right, let's see. What was it? Let's see. Yes, A young visitor to Questacon suffered burns to their hand and wrist when a spark from a plasma globe ignited still wet alcohol-based hand wash on their hands. Yeah, poor kid being punished for loving science and hygiene. It's going to be a rough few years in school. All right, so you had it down 50-50. Is this an opportunity for the team over here to get back in striking distance? Are you ready?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, give the audience
Yeah.
their
Audience points, audience points,
go.
audience points.
You're at 7 now. There you go. But it's still last place. Just saying.
You'll get there. It'll be all right.
Hey, coming third.
All right. Last year, both legal and scientific authorities were called in on a case. What was it? Was it A man arrested for drink driving was acquitted after claiming that his body naturally produced alcohol at 3 times the legal limit?
That could happen.
Was it B, a chemistry grad student was expelled for stealing liquid helium from his lab for a birthday party after he forgot to collect some balloons? Or was it C, police in Denmark were forced to add shielding to all speed cameras after a physicist disputed a ticket on the basis of cosmic rays, triggering a false positive in the circuitry?
All of them seem plausible, to be honest.
Because human beings do make approximately 1 standard alcoholic drink in their body each day. Like, that's a thing. We do a little bit of our own fermentation, but that's nothing compared to horses. Horses have been described as walking distilleries. They are drunk all the time.
It's going to be a rough day at the Melbourne Cup, aren't you?
I mean, drinking at the Melbourne Cup's par for the course, isn't it? Like, that, they won't be the drunkest there, I can assure you that. Can you inflate balloons with liquid helium? Like, it'd become a gas pretty quickly, I imagine.
We better ask
You
a
can inflate them with
scientist.
liquid nitrogen. We've all done that. Just me then?
Yeah. And look, cosmic rays do things to computers and stuff. Our computer guy would know about that. Cosmic rays will occasionally flip a bit.
Oh, yeah, that's why computers, stuff up. It's not the programmers, it's the cosmic rays.
It's Y2K. It's the vibe.
Exactly.
And it sounds like something the Danish would come up with. Let's just have a cosmic ray event. And their ozone layer is probably thinner, so it's more easily penetrated by cosmic rays. So I would be thinking that it's C. It's the speed gun's not working.
Leaning towards C, okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking it might be C, but Kristen may be able to convince us out of our position.
I was going to go A, but that was just some people in the crowd that suggested A.
I like that the crowd has really got on the underdog here.
Yeah, I've changed my answer. If someone in the crowd recognises this story, so if someone's nodded and gone, that's the one, then I think we should go with the crowd.
Yeah, it worked for me.
We'll split the points.
If not, well, split the points. if nothing else, at least they won't get more points than us this time.
That would be embarrassing.
I like your strategy. Like, we don't need to be first, we just don't want to be last. Also, I'm not quite sure how I lost so control of this game that we now have 3 teams in it.
I can't wait for them to do the mining.
What are you going with?
A.
You going with A? Audience are going with A? You've spoken. It's like US politics. A small minority gets to dictate everything for the whole audience. Too soon? Yeah, we'll wait till Wednesday night. All right, you're going to go with A. Let's see, are they correct? No! 5 points. And 1 point to the audience. Yeah, be grateful for it. Yes, a Belgian man was acquitted after discovering he had auto-brewery syndrome, which... Yeah, which causes carbohydrates to ferment in his stomach and produce ethanol, leading to signs of intoxication. And in, and I quote, "an unfortunate coincidence," says his lawyer, the man also worked at a brewery. So can you imagine that explaining that to the officer? "No, I just come from work." "Where do you work?" "The brewery," right. But he says the diagnosis was confirmed by 3 doctors. No, 2 doctors, no. Unfortunately, a second court case where he claimed his body also produces wine, tequila, raspberry vodka, and kebabs was unsuccessful. The man is seriously now on a low-carb diet to minimise alcohol production, except on Fridays, where he has a nice piece of sourdough for lunch and then a lovely pale ale by dinner time. He is concerned, however, just how much his kids love fairy bread. Yeah, apparently it's a real thing. Very rare, but apparently a real thing.
Beautiful.
Good. Well, on that slightly anticlimactic note, we have seen a grand shift in the tectonic plates of our teams, with our team here still ahead on 17, but just 2 points behind, 15 points!
Yes. Thank you, audience.
You know what this means, though, if you've been to one of these shows before. It's time for... Oh, no, it's one more bonus question. Hey, it's time for one more bonus question. Yeah, anticlimactic. There's 3 of these. Cool. So this will be open to all of you. This is a chance to close the gap worth 3 points. Sometimes scientists think they have a sense of humour. So what journal paper title made it to publication this year? Was it A, Finding Genome, Genetic Mapping of Clownfish Populations?
That's cute.
Are we to believe that one of them made it and the others you made up? Yeah. So they're all funny.
Wow. I really should give you a point for picking my answer before, but we'll see how it plays out. It's a tiebreaker, you know. Flattery gets you everywhere. Okay, was it A? Was it B, nutbush pesticide limits, insecticide options for Australian macadamias?
Oh, beautiful.
Or was it C, mad maximum yield, optimising crop production in arid Australia?
See, now I think that my last comment might have shot me in the foot because that last one is terrible. So I'm hoping that's the one. That's the one that made it to publication, and the other 2 are your genius.
I loved all 3 of them.
I love 2 of them more than one of the others, but I'm not going to tell you yet which one.
And I would have to say most people would not know what B and C mean. So it comes back to A, I think, is the most likely one. That everybody has seen Finding Nemo.
You haven't seen Mad Max?
Of course I've seen Mad Max.
You haven't done the
I pride
nutbush?
myself on Mad Max.
We could do the nutbush.
No.
Okay, no.
All right, so where are we leaning towards?
I'm loving B.
You think it's nutbush pesticide
We're going
limits?
nutbush pesticide limits?
I said I'm loving B. but yes, yeah, how about that?
I'm happy to go with Bob.
What are you going with, Bob?
A.
A? You're going to go B?
Yeah, sure.
Clever, interesting
Or
strategy.
audience,
You're
what are you going to go
gamble
for?
everything on this question.
Yeah.
Okay. The audience is C.
I think C's the worst one.
So it's probably more accurate.
B just isn't funny.
Well, after I felt the love and then it fell off. Let's see, who was it? It was nutbush pesticide.
No way.
Sorry. But I didn't think that was very funny.
Yeah, no.
Not a very good sense of humour.
Urgent need for a comprehensive strategy this current and yeah, you get the idea. Yes, a paper. It was published this year. What a classic. It's going to go down in history. Thank you to the wonderful academic who sent that to me. I really appreciate it. If anybody has other funny paper titles, feel free to send them to me as the year go on, because I really need material for next year. Okay, it's time for bonus round. Oh, I love this new thing. All right, very quick bonus round. first team to tell me what these words have in common and why they were in a publication this year gets 2 points. I'm going to appear one at a time.
Yep.
Wow.
A thesis?
Sorry?
Words in a thesis?
True. But there's something special about these words. They've appeared in the last 12 months more than at any time in journal publishing history.
Are these grant proposals?
No. I can see there's a bunch of academics in the audience who are like, oh, I know what they...
Is it clickbait titles?
I mean, it probably is in clickbait titles.
Yeah, I was going to say
AI,
AI,
okay.
actually.
Yes. ChatGPT, 2 points to the audience. Yes, these are words that when you look at PubMed abstracts appear more than they normally do, with the word delves being the standout that ChatGPT just loves. So when you get an assignment with the word delves in the title, now you know. All right, it's now time for keynote presentation! To set the scene, one member from each team has been asked to present at a prestigious scientific conference. This one. Unfortunately, no offence, the AV isn't working. So they don't have a microphone and their team didn't prep them, so they don't even know what they're going to present on. Instead, they're going to have to communicate a news story through mime. Helena,
Yes?
would you like to step up? We've got a whole bunch of stories here. Oh, that's a good one. Feel free to come and take a story of your choice.
Of my choice?
Look, again. Okay, now let me have a look at that. Okay. Great, teammates, you can close your eyes for a moment.
Okay.
While Okay, I'm going to put this up for everybody. Eyes are covered, good.
Yep.
Look, I have great faith in you. I have such great faith that I'm going to...
are all about talking.
Yeah, I have such great faith. I'm going to come and sit here because I really want to enjoy this. So.
Can I look there?
All right, actually, I better hide this screen, shouldn't I? Okay, let's press the magic button to hide the screen. There we go. All right, now you can look.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
All right, take it away, Helena! How long do you need?
Okay, we're talking about insects.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're done.
Are we being a bit of a honey? Sweet?
Okay.
Okay, so the insects, not sweet. Oh, no, just ignore that. Okay.
You. Head.
Thinking. Intelligent insects? No.
Oh, wow, okay.
Okay, oh.
Oh.
Okay, is this a research project or a publication?
It's a major research finding from the year, yes.
Okay. So we're talking about insects. They're finding fear when they navigate to dwellings, people's homes. Michael, help us out here.
Yeah. Insects.
We're attracted to.
Attracted to women?
Is that right? Okay, attracted to certain members of... Okay,
Hair
to
colours?
women's, males. Okay, we're attracted to women. Okay. And... Oh. Oh, they fall in love. So falling... No, okay.
No.
They... Oh, it kills them. Does it... Oh, it doesn't kill them.
They get drunk, woozy.
It's a fatal attraction. Okay. It's detrimental. Okay, it's detrimental.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are types of insects. They're attracted to women, which causes their death. Oh, are we talking about females of the same species? We're not talking about. They're a different species. Okay, we're talking about humans. Okay, not okay.
Animals?
I think we've got it off track here.
Okay.
We are so close. Go back to the fly.
Okay, we're flies. We are attracted to women.
to long hair.
Oh man.
To crazy women? Frogs?
Okay, so you're saying they're flying insects, they're attracted to women, which causes some demise. Oh, craziness in their heads. No.
Yes. Such that they
lose their bearings
and
get eaten.
I've got it!
Well done.
That was great.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was great.
Wow.
Yes, scientists have discovered the brains of male fruit flies become more and more unable to detect dangers, such as predators, the closer and closer the fly gets to mating with a female.
Thank you, Dan. Sorry to the young person that I fell on too. There was danger. I had no idea.
Don't forget you can catch Helena on the nationally televised Landline on Sunday at
12:30.
12:30.
Doing very serious agricultural journalism.
Yeah. All right. Great work and 5 points. I've lost my pen, but you get 5
it's
points.
here.
Definitely. All right. There we go. Dan, are you ready to choose a topic for your team?
So many in here. So many wasted. We have to close our eyes.
Yeah, I hope you're good at charades.
I'm here for you, Dan, if you need a hand.
No one can help me.
All right, cover your eyes, team. Yes, guys are covered.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay. Time to put those acting chops to good use.
All right, teammates, it is free. I'm going to not die and come around here. Awesome.
Right.
Dan Beeston, everybody, take it
Got to
away.
find him first.
Lonely man.
No, he's acting now.
He's wearing a hat, a jacket, and smoking.
Marlboro man.
Showing ID? Oh. Bad guy.
Gunslinger.
Oh, you're a
Some-
cop? Ah.
cop refuses to save somebody because he was having a smoke.
Person is a very heavy sleeper. Deep sleep. Okay, yep. He's dead. Overestimating the size, like always. He got it right.
Making sure he's dead.
He should go to the gym more. You're emptying the blood out of him? Okay.
Because he's
Odd.
too heavy to lift.
Are you Dexter?
Yeah, look at this. This is good.
Really? Okay. Serial killer, but also cop. Too far. Yeah. Bleeding.
The great thing is we've almost got 10% of this question now.
You're giving him money to cover your very bad detective work.
Bob, feel free to chime in at any point.
Mate, I just, yeah. You came out having a smoke, you shot somebody, now you're
Bob's
working out
enjoying the
where to
show.
bury him. But he's too heavy.
Are you a cop? Yes. Okay.
Did you shoot someone?
No.
Did somebody else get shot?
So he found someone that was shot, and he's trying to now move the person. He's not
Because-
moving them.
Because you can't spell the name of the street that he's in. So you're going to move him to a different street.
He's trying to call 000 as...
You're going to give silly answers.
Okay.
Already can't get the proper answer.
You've heard garbage in, garbage out.
Your gloves on your hands.
No, that's his problem. He doesn't. He doesn't want to touch it because he's got no gloves. But
You're
he's willing to
tasting the
taste-
blood. No. That's exactly what you just did.
I saw you.
It's not blood.
Ah,
Oh.
okay. So it's somebody covered in tomato sauce.
Ah, the pie shop.
No! Can I switch teams?
Maybe if we move on to the next part of the
Maybe if we move to
story.
the other
There
side.
is no next part!
Maybe if we move to the other side of the table.
We have nothing!
Just move your mime down a little further so we can see.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I don't know how to help him.
Fingertip? No. You're picking up DNA.
You're taking his wallet.
His hair? He's pouring blood, oozing blood. Yeah.
He's still bleeding, but you want to make sure he's dead.
You're taking notes, because that's a lot of blood. Yep.
He's still not dead.
Balancing act. No. You're on an.
I'm thinking that he's auto-intoxicated.
There's so much blood he's swimming in it.
That was fair.
He's in space. That's why you kept mentioning space.
Well done.
The astronaut in the black hole making the noises.
Murder in space. Will Robinson.
I think that's good enough, right? Yeah. Dan Beeston, Bob Donnelly, Justin Kelly! And just in case you want to fill in any details on that, scientists have used a free-falling plane known as the Vomit Comet to conduct zero-gravity experiments of blood splatter patterns to inform forensic crime investigations in space.
Yeah, I knew that.
There you can see some of the splatter patterns, with some of the findings being that blood moves obviously in a straight line in space. You have more circular droplets due to a greater role of surface tension and a convenient inability for anyone to hear your victim scream. They've already planned their next flight, this time hoping to invite Jeff Bezos. Please give a huge round of applause to both teams. 5 points apiece. This means we are into our final lightning round. We have got 3 minutes to identify as many of the Nobel Prizes or Ig Nobel Prizes that came up this year through these cryptic clues. All you've got to do is tell me the picture and what story it might correspond to.
Okay. The green swirl.
Yes?
Is that the Ig Nobel? Does that relate to the Ig Nobel where they found out that hair patterns swirl in one direction, and I'm so sorry, I don't know which one it is.
Just check Joel's head.
In the southern hemisphere, and different, more common in the southern hemisphere, and in the northern hemisphere it goes in the opposite direction.
Spot on, exactly right.
That was the easy one.
All right, what's next?
The pig's bottom.
Yes?
There was some research that pigs and some rodents can actually breathe through their bottoms, just like a turtle.
Exactly right.
Why?
Don't know why. Apparently, like, they can absorb oxygen if there's sort of...
Why?
Like,
Have to ask the pig, I guess.
A turtle I could understand. But a pig or a rat? Yeah, no.
Real question is, how did they find out in the first place?
I have one for the pigeons.
Yes?
I actually, a pig assassin would learn pretty quickly if they were trying to, like, drown a pig. And this is taking forever.
That was the very dark sequel to Charlotte's Web. That... oh, like that's worse than the first book.
Yeah. Also, if you eat pork and you made a noise, a scorning noise then, you're a hypocrite.
So, who are you saying?
Yeah, with the pigeons, they're with the Ig Nobel for guiding missiles.
Yes, tell me more.
They used pigeons housed, I think, within the missile to help the direction of the missile itself.
Yeah, they put a picture on the screen inside, and the pigeon was trained to peck at the tank or the barrack or whatever you want to target and direct the missile. So I got it. Where are the pigeons? There they are. Yes.
I'm not liking what picture is being created here.
I'm very excited. There might have been bonus points. Who knows? Anyone got another one?
I like that we've all gone for the Ig Nobel ones so far.
Yeah, it's much more interesting than Nobel Prizes. If you've got to win one, you know.
I mean, the top left one's clearly like the Nobel Prize to do with AI, I believe. Was it in physics?
Yes, because that makes perfect sense. The AI, the Nobel Prize for Physics was for preliminary setup for modern AI neural networks and machine learning. Beautiful. Any others? You've got
some tiny genes there, which I'm going to assume is some sort of genetics-related one.
Yes. Nobel or Ig Nobel?
It sounds boring, so probably Nobel.
He's got it! Nobel Prize for discovering microRNAs. Yes.
Right.
I think the audience has got some.
Yeah, I'll take anything I can get now. 2 points a pop, audience. No?
Yeah.
All right, we're almost out of time. So the ones you didn't get was, let's work through. We had one about protein folding, which is why we have some folded up spinach. Nobel Prize. We've got tequila here with a worm in it, where scientists use chromatography to separate out drunk worms from sober worms.
That's right, yep.
We had the botany Ig Nobel Prize for discovering that plants will use their leaf.
Oh, they can see stuff.
Yes.
Plastic plants.
Can see. Plants are crazy. They can hear things. They can smell stuff.
They
know
imitate leaf patterns to correspond to plastic plants next to them.
Yes,
They
he's got
copy the
it.
plastic plants. Yeah.
Yes, they will mimic plastic plants nearby. Apparently.
That'd have to be Ig Nobel. It's as boring as.
We got 3 more.
Oh, someone got like 50 students probably and flipped 300,000 coins to discover that there is a very slight bias to landing on the same side that was facing up initially from your flip.
Exactly right. He's got it. And the last 2, the Ig Nobel for medicine is that fake medicine that is painful is more effective. So naturally,
That's the side effects, yeah? It's the painful side
the
effects.
painful side must be working, which is why dentists are apparently so effective. And the very last one.
Oh, I know this one. It's with, you have dead fish. They swim. They're still capable of swimming, but they've got a bias, I think, to their right side.
They can swim. They look like they're swimming, and other fish that are alive think that they're alive as well. So the live fish can't tell the dead fish.
I just think dead fish swimming, that's
I don't get it either, but somebody got it.
that's
I'm going to
right.
take that dead fish swimming. And there's a bonus point for our incredible celebrity guest, Michael Morgan. Look at that, it's uncanny.
Why did you use that?
And
Look how happy you are.
It's a fake picture.
That was before you heard the sound that you
Yeah.
had to, yeah.
Did Weezer
Exactly.
win a Nobel Prize?
what's that?
Did Weezer win a Nobel Prize?
They should have.
About time.
And sadly, that brings us to the end of our games. No. We actually even have a live photo from the live feed of Gina Reinhardt, who's been watching. She's incredibly sad that it's over. And at the end of that rapid fire round, with absolutely perfect mathematical accounting, our team here, Dan, Kirsten, and Bob, had 30 points. The team
That's
over
not
here,
bad.
a round of applause.
Good, damn good. This is how you announce winners. You start with the winners and then you go down from there.
Narrowly beaten with 33 points by our team here, Helena, Emily, and Michael. And of course, we will be back next year. But for now, please put your hands together for a huge celebration for all of our amazing performers tonight. Michael Morgan, Anthony Romilio, Helena Bukowski, Bob Donnelly, Kirsten Kenny, and Dan Beeston. Big thanks to the BrisScience team for the amazing
the audience?
State Library. I'm your MC, Dr. Joel Gilmore. Thank you so much. Have a great Christmas. See you all soon. Good night.